Hey, hi, coaches. So today we'll talk about LinkedIn and how to use LinkedIn as a coach to develop your brand, to increase your brand awareness, and to generate leads and to get new clients. So let's get started. I'm Geraldine. I'm the founder of Go Master Coach, and I'm very happy to be with you today and to share what I've learned as a coach and also as a founder of a training company. So let me share my screen now. So I'm going to share today 20 tips to build your brand on LinkedIn. So take a pen and take a paper and just let's get ready. If you want to get the most out of it, so I want you to think about your profile and to start changing, developing your strategy and changing your LinkedIn. So we're going to look at 20 tips. I'm going to give you 20 tips around 3 main blocks. First, your strategy. Second, your profile. And third, your content. Strategy. Don't start by changing your profile and posting if you don't have any clear strategy in mind. You will waste a lot of efforts, a lot of energy, as I did myself. So if I can share my mistakes so that you don't do the same, I hope it can help. So first, let's look at your strategy. First, what do you want to achieve? Is it to develop a brand and for people to know you better, what you're good at, what you can bring? Is it to sell? Is it to be hired? Maybe you work for a company and you want to be hired by another company. Is it to be hired as a speaker to do some conferences? What is it that you want to achieve? That's the first question you need to answer. Take a paper and a pen, press pause if you need, and just write down. Second, narrow down to a sub-niche. I saw way too many coaches having that title of executive coach or helping people find a better life or design a better life. That's not good enough. There's way too many coaches, as you know, around there. So you need to really differentiate yourself. So a broad niche would be coaching. A niche would be executive coaching. A micro niche could be executive coaching for ADHD or executive coaching for youth, for women leader in Asia or Asian women leader. So what is it for you? What do you want? Who's your ideal client? Who do you really want to help? And it can be counterintuitive, but if you have a very clear niche, you might have less traffic, but you will have more conversion. So if you really want to sell, my advice, and I need to clarify my niche, even to clarify my niche better, is to really, really narrow it down. And the most successful coaches I know are the ones who have a very, very clear niche. Okay, so just an example in another industry, insurance industry. So the broad niche is health insurance. So you will touch a lot of people. Do you convert? Maybe not. Health insurance in the UK. Private health insurance in the UK. It's even narrow. Private health insurance UK for the over 60s. It's an amazing niche. You don't talk to too many people, but you talk to them directly. Now, define your persona. Who are you writing for? Who do you want? Who is your ideal client? Who is your audience? So be clear. Is it John, 40-year-old, struggling to get promoted as a VP? Is it Betty, who just launched a startup and is burned out? Is it Mary? She's an HR professional and she's stuck and she wants to become a full-time coach and to develop her business. Who are you talking to? Be super clear and give them a name. How old are they? Where do they live? What do they do? Once you have a clear target audience, think about what do you want them to do? Do you want them to like your post, to check your profile? Do you want them to follow you? Do you want them to subscribe to a newsletter? Because it's great. LinkedIn is great. Any social media is great. But if tomorrow it changes, the algorithm change, people don't follow you anymore, it's gone. So what you want them to do is to get their email. And to get their email, you need to find a way to make them subscribe to a newsletter or download an ebook, but make sure it's not only about your followers on LinkedIn. Make sure you manage to get them to subscribe and then to buy and to refer. Now, let's look at your profile. We're going to look at some amazing profiles. So this one is really amazing, from Jane Bonacolta. She's a marketing leader at Google, so we know exactly what she's doing. And she's a growth coach on LinkedIn, so that's super clear. She's founder of the Quiet Rich, and you can do what Quiet Rich is on the banner, super clear, easy to understand. So make sure first you have a good picture, nice one, and a clear banner. This is Michelle. She's from the Master Coach cohort. Her picture is super nice, and she has a very clear banner. She's a reparenting life coach. We've discussed during the session, but it might be a bit too long, so she might want to reduce the headline. I love this one from Darshi. Darshi is also doing the coaching certification program with us. She's a lawyer, a former lawyer, and she helps, she's a coach now, and she helps underrepresented lawyers to achieve their goal, which is great. And I love this banner. She has a podcast, which is really, really amazing. It's clear, it's simple, it's impactful. The king of LinkedIn, follow him if you're not following him yet, is Justin Welsh. Simple picture, nice picture, clean background. Banner is nice and easy. We understand exactly what he's doing. There's some social proof here. It's good to have some social proof. And we know why he can help us. Okay. And there's some buttons we are going to look. We can visit his website, can connect, and do more. Okay, so make sure you have a button here. Kathleen, she did a training with us as well, and I wanted to show an example of an employee. So she's employed by SAP, so she's not an entrepreneur. But if you look at her banner, you know already her personality, what she cares about, and what's her mission, which is super powerful. So there's the ethos, there's the pathos, there's the logos here. Ethos, it's about the credibility. She's a global VP at SAP. Pathos, she's smiling, she's very engaging. And logos, it's about what she does and how she does. Ask me how enterprises benefit from engaging SAP through our digital hubs. Ethos, pathos, logos, check, check, check. Well done. I love this content creator, Sahil Bloom. So here, clean picture, ethos, pathos, logo. So ethos, it's about 600K subscribers, so we know it's credible. Pathos is nice, engaging picture here. And logos, it's about what he's doing, he's sharing along the way. It's simple. That's it. I'm curious. I'm going to share, and I already have 600,000 followers, subscribers. No need to do more. Now let's look at a feature that, at a functionality it's really, really impacting, amazing, and I'm going to show you mine so that you can understand how to create it. It's a featured section. Instead of having your post, it's better to have a featured section where you can put some links. Ideally, you want to have one or two, not more, links. So for Jade, she has LinkedIn coaching, so you can just click and go to her. It goes to our Calendly, paying Calendly. If you want to book a 1-hour session with her, and I think it's pretty expensive because, of course, she's really impactful and followed by many, or you can subscribe to the newsletter, which is great as well. So 2 links. Okay, 2 links to follow. Let me share with you. So this one, I'm going to show you my profile next. Parin, so you might know Parin is also, he did a training with us. So he's a coach, he's an investor, a venture builder. And he has developed a coach bot and a newsletter. So if you want to receive his newsletter, you can just subscribe here in the featured section. Okay, now let me share my LinkedIn. I will show you how to create this feature. Okay, stop sharing and let me share. Where are we? Okay, where is my LinkedIn? Is it this one? No, 1 sec. Bear with me. I'm juggling. Oh yeah. Okay, not this one. All right, let me just, I've opened several pages. All right. Okay, let me share again, 1 sec. Yes, so that's it. Okay, featured section, so super impactful. Let me show you where it is. So this is my profile. I try to make it clean. There's room for improvement. Send me your feedback when you want. I'm always happy to get feedback. And by the way, this is the best way to learn. So what I do, so master coaching, earn a certificate, elevate your career. There's a 3-month course that you can join, and social proof. So I've worked with many different companies. So, but let's talk about the featured section. This is here. Instead of having posts, I would strongly encourage you to have just 1 or 2 links. You can put whatever picture you want, and you can just put the link, just write whatever you want here, the headline. So features, and you click on it, and then you get to subscribe. So this is how I get many people to subscribe to my newsletter. Okay, let me go back. So that's one. And the other one, there's a link to the coaching certificate program. So people will click and they will go to my website. So this one is like a mini website, basically. Instead of putting your most popular post, just add some links. It's much more impactful, efficient, and you will get a lot of people to share their emails with you. All right, so that's the featured section. How do you do that? You just click here and just add some feature. It's super easy to do. All right. Now that I'm on my profile, let me share with you. So how do you get this badge? It's super easy to get a badge these days. Does it change a lot? I don't know, but if you can have it, why not? So how do you do that? You have to have executive coaching in your, where is it? In your interests. Okay, so somewhere. But anyway, you have to contribute to 3 articles on executive coaching, and then you will be able to get this badge. If you want to have a top career coaching badge, then you have to contribute to 3 articles on career coaching. If you want to be a top public speaking you have to contribute to public speaking. So it's pretty easy. You don't have to be invited to contribute. You can just go to those articles, and then you will have this opportunity to do that. Okay, and everything is explained here. All right, and you get this badge for 60 days, at least. What else? So that's it. Visit my website. This button is very important as well, and people will see it. So they click and you can add your link to your website. So again, it's a quick win. Great opportunity to redirect people to your websites. What else do I want to show you? Featured. So again, very important. And let's look at the about. Where is it? This is my view and not the view you have. Let me show you. Oh, it's here. About. So take the time to really explain your back story. We don't want to have your resume or your CV here. We want your backstory. Why are you doing what you're doing now? And why are you relevant to do that? Why and how can people connect with you? So I've explained a bit about my background, where I'm coming from, what I did, and why coaching, what I've decided to become a coach in the first place, a personal trainer and a professional coach, and why now I'm running a coaching company. So I've added some social proofs here as well and a call to action. My call to action is to subscribe to my newsletter. So explain in a very simple way who you are, why you do what you do. Again, it's not about what you do, it's why you're doing it, which is much more important to connect. And make sure people understand what are your unique selling points, why you're experienced and relevant to help them. Okay? Okay, that's about me. I'm not saying I have the best profile. I'm just giving you example of what to do, and then you can decide what you like and or you don't like. Another great profile is Alison. She's also a trainer for Go Master Coach, and she's a coach and psychotherapist, super simple psychotherapist, Penguin author of Reaching the Couch, coach and founder of Reaching the Couch. Buy this book. It's just an amazing book, and she's really awesome. Simple, efficient profile. Featured, so this is a featured from Justin Welsh. Simple as well. Social proof, 20,000 students, 40 top voices. You know what you get. You want to grow and monetize LinkedIn, just buy his course. Sahil Bloom, I mentioned him before. I like really what he shares. And again, you can subscribe to his newsletter or book a call. And it's a link to his Calendly, paying Calendly. Backstory. So this is tip number 7. Make sure you write about your backstory and not a boring list of all your jobs and that you've done since you graduated. I used to do that, so that's why I know it doesn't work. So backstory, badges we talked about. So make sure you have a badge. It's easy badge, top voice badge. So one that are not so easy are the blue ones. Not so easy to get, but those ones are pretty easy to get. I got one easily. So Julie, she's an amazing coach as well from Go Master Coach, and she has a badge too. Rainy, she has a badge too, top executive coaching voice. Now, another feature functionality that you can use from LinkedIn is your social selling index. Just use this link above. I can share it with you later on. Just ask me or just Google social selling index and it will tell you what is your current social selling index and why and where you can improve. Quick win as well. I think I'm the queen of quick wins. So next, content. So we talked about your strategy. Why do you want to use LinkedIn? Who's your audience? Who do you want to reach and how? We've talked about your profile, your mini website. I think LinkedIn is more and more a mini website and a resume all in one. So it's going to become more and more important to have a really, really impactful LinkedIn. Now let's talk about posting. Some of you might be ready to start posting. Some might still be in the phase, should I not? If I work for a company, how is it going to look like? So we're going to cover that. First, what do you want to post about? There's 4 types of posting. Some posts are actionable. You're going to share some practical steps or tips that readers can immediately implement. People love that. I love that. I'm saving all the posts that are fun, impactful, and most of them are actionable. Analytical. If you're driven by data, you might love those kind of posts and you might want to post about that. 70% of leaders have this skill or something backed by a study. Very impactful. Ethos is here. Aspirational. It's more about something you've achieved, you're proud of, and you might inspire people to do. How did you do it? And yeah, creating hope. Or another one is anthropological. And that's also, I love those kind of posts. Yesterday, I had a dinner with the CEO of a MNC. This is what I've learned. This is what I've observed. Or coaching are this way. So you observe and you share your observation on people, on society, on group of people. When you post, and I'm going to be more concrete in a few moments, I think what worked the best for me is use a problem, agitate, solution. It's a way of sharing a story. So you start with a problem, the pain, so people are hooked. So one problem is, okay, you don't like to write content for LinkedIn, or you don't know what to write, or you don't know what to write for your website. Agitate. You read up on SEO. It's so overwhelming to understand how SEO work and how to get new clients. Yes, you can feel the pain. It's here. It's very present. And then boom, solution. You just have to hire a copywriter. And here we are. I'm here to help you. Problem, agitate, solution. Think about this simple structure, and there's many other ways, but this one is pretty impactful. Write like you speak. So this is one of the best tips I've received. Whether you write on LinkedIn or whether you have to prepare a speech for a public presentation, don't write first, speak first. Speak and then write. And when you write, just use your verbal ways of speaking, of saying things, instead of using complicated sentences, complicated words. And if you want to get inspired, just read Paul Graham, a co-founder of Y Combinator. Super impactful. Now, let me give you some examples. After we explore that, when you write, you have to think, okay, what do I want people to feel? Do I want people to feel surprised, to feel curious? Do I want people to feel annoyed, upset maybe? What do you want? Or will I want people to say, wow, this is exactly me? So think about the outcome first. How do you want people to feel? And then act. And then you have to write a great hook. And I've spent years writing. I thought I spent so much time writing content and spending time on contents and having a very poor hook. And it was a flop each time. Sometimes I just spent a lot of time writing the hook and the content is okay-ish, and boom, it works very well. Of course, don't spend time on both, the hook and the content, but start with the hook first. Those are some ideas of hooks, so you can pause and just take time to read them. And I'm going to show you some more. Capture all your ideas in one document whenever and the best ideas I had in terms of posts or content, of training or any business ideas were walking in the street or just talking with friends, very random moments. And I have this on my phone, I have my notes, and I will capture all my thoughts that I think are interesting. And then I will just create posts based on that. So let's look at viral templates. Now that I know them, I can recognize pretty easily when I see my feed, what are the templates people use. There's many different templates and some worked extremely well. I'm going to share some of those templates with you. So the one is the hero template. And I wrote one recently. It's this It's in French, this post, but I can share this with you. Let me share my screen. Where is it? I think I've saved it. Yeah, here we are. So the hero template. You want to share, to talk about someone. Where is this one? Here. So you start with a strong sentence, and this is he managed 1,000 men, but not any kind of men. He managed soldiers and people with difficult past, broken soldiers. So that's the hook. Okay, like wow. And in front, it's people are very fascinated by what is called the Légion étrangère, which is part of the army. And this is this guy. So then I put a picture of him. It's Guillaume de Sassé, and he came to Singapore to deliver a talk for a French association of leaders that I work with. Okay, so it was seen by more than 100,000 people and shared more than 100 times, and there was 100 comments. So this is the hero template. You talk about someone, you're fascinated by what a person said or did, and you share about it. People love stories. They love stories about real persons and what they did and how they managed to do that. Okay, so that's one template. Let's look at another template. Whenever you talk about culture or visiting cultural differences or visiting a new country, there's a lot of things to say about what surprised you about the other culture. And people love that on LinkedIn. So I shared about the culture map. And this was also seen by a lot of people, shared by a lot of people. So that's about the culture map. And the hook, I think, was pretty cool because I talk about a personal experience as a manager and something that was not very successful at first. And then I explain how I managed to improve thanks to this framework. So that's about culture and cultural differences. If you write on that, it works extremely well. Okay, this one worked extremely well as well. So almost 900 likes, and it was about a coaching technique. The template, the anniversary or milestone template. So you want to celebrate something. It can be 1 year as an entrepreneur, 1 year as a coach, 10 years in this city, 5 years, I don't know, in your new job, anything. So this works extremely well. It's easy to do. So for me, it was a big anniversary, 10 years in Singapore. So, and I shared how, what I've learned. And when I landed, I was working in the corporate world, and now I'm an entrepreneur. So I shared the lessons, and it worked pretty well. I put a picture of me. Human faces, real human faces work very well. And they will work better and better because we are just, I am, so maybe my own biases, but we don't want generic content. We want real, authentic content. So that's what it brings. It worked very well, 600 likes and 33,000 views, which is pretty good. So this is a template, milestone or anniversary template. Okay. Another good way to get subscribers, followers is to share something for free. It's a lead magnet lead. So this I shared, you might know this, it's on the platform. So this is 100 powerful coaching questions, the best cheat sheet for coaches. Okay. So here I offer this, and if you want to get it, you have to comment and to like. Okay. And I received lots of people liked, commented, and I managed to get a lot of emails out of it. And people received the PDF, which I think is super cool. I love this one. It's one of my favorite ebooks that we have created. So you can just create a lead magnet and just share it for free with your audience. So that are some of the content that worked for me, but there's more. Let me share more. So the hero template can be someone you know or someone famous, anyone. Lessons, milestone, template, very well. Build in public, it's super cool. I love that. So Kim Hong Chiu, he did the training with us as well. He used to be the COO for Airbnb Asia. So what did he do, Kim Hong? He decided to become a coach, a startup coach, and he decided to build in public. What does it mean is that he will document, share the different steps. Okay, so this is not the first one. The first one is this one. He announced 3 months ago, I'm going to start a coaching practice. Why? To democratize coaching for Singapore startups. Super cool mission. This is a picture of him with a startup founder. Impactful, real human, so very good. So this is a first post. Then I should have put that in order, but anyway, you understand the concept. Build in public. I'm going to do that. Okay. Then after, sorry. 1 month ago, he posted, now my website is live. You can check it. So build in public. I'm going to do that. Here is my website. 3 weeks ago, he posted on, and this is how I coach and mentor. This is my approach. I coach and mentor, just to be clear. So this is what it is. Building in public is, this is what I'm going to do. This is my website, and this is my coaching approach. How smart this is. Any one of you can do that. And you don't have to be an expert to start posting. You can just share what you've done, what you've learned along the way. And it will inspire people that want to do the same, right? Second is the Google effect or the GAFA effect. People are fascinated by best practices in those companies, or worst practices as well, at Google, Netflix, Amazon, Apple. So all of them. So you can just share that on LinkedIn as well. Another template is tools for your business. I did this post, 10 tools I used to grow my coaching business with a lean mindset. The hook is clear. Tools to do what? Here we are. Okay, and this one, I put my picture with a computer to refer to the tool, so it has to be aligned with what I'm sharing. And this one worked pretty okay. Okay, cultural travel, that's another one. Lead magnet, that's another one. And there's many more templates that you can use. So investment in you, whether it's a training or tools or anything that you bought that helped you. And you can share on the daily routine as well. You can curate on something, a podcast you've listened to or a book you've read recently and what you've learned. So that's number 16. Now, I want to challenge you to do one by the end of this week. Now you need to engage. Let's say you post, great, that's good enough. That's not good. That's not sufficient, sorry. You have, before you post, actually, you have to engage with people on LinkedIn. Apparently, if you engage 30 minutes before you post, it will boost your own post. It's true or not, I don't know. I've not seen anything, but it seems to work according to LinkedIn experts. Now, you also need to, in the first hour, to boost the algorithm and to make sure your post is visible by many people. You need to respond to comments and ask questions to encourage a conversation. What LinkedIn want to achieve is to make sure there's many conversations going on their platform. So this is, if you want to post to be visible, to be seen by many, you need to respond and comment. Of course, you need to analyze your data, what worked well, what could be improved. So let me share with you where this is. Yep, I'm back here. So analyze your data, what worked? Because sometimes I thought, oh, this is amazing, it's gonna work so well, and it didn't. And some other stuff I was like posting, okay, let's do it, and then it worked extremely well. I don't know why. So where can you see, okay, where is it? One sec. Yes, it's here. So here you can see your most popular posts, okay? And you can see if there's any patterns, what works well, try to understand what are the most popular one and how and why it works. And then repeat and replicate what worked. Make sure it's always authentic and aligned with your values. Okay. You're still with me? So data. Now, and this is probably the most important tip of the day, is just overcome your fears. People are, oh, I don't know how to post. People will judge me. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be so visible. And we all have this spotlight effect. We think everybody's going to see us, but that's not true. Only a part of our audience will see what we post. That's the first point. And then I think if you post, it's because you want to be visible and you want to have more impact. Why do I post? Is because I believe that if I want to have more impact, I need to have a bigger audience and I want to bring more value. And this is the only way I will have impact. If I stay at home, if I just talk to 5, 10 people, the impact will be, it will take much more time to have more impact. So I managed to reframe for myself. I was like, oh, but people are so good. They're posting. It's amazing. It's okay, Peter. Some people are better than me. That's all right. But I'm going to be inspired by them and try to understand what worked and why it worked for them. And the biggest reframing I did is I used to think people will judge me. And I'm sure you're thinking that now. Oh, I don't want to be judged. Why? But you know what? I realized I don't mind. People will see me at least. They will see what I care about, my values, and how I can help them. And this is what I want. So whenever I post, I always ask myself, is it aligned with my values? Is it aligned with my mission? Is it authentic? Is it true to myself? And as long as I'm comfortable with what I'm posting, I'm okay. And people, yes, might judge me. And that's all right, because they see me and they see who I am, what I care about, and what I want to achieve. And that's fine. So that's the biggest reframe, the most useful reframing I did to post more often. Now, the most important one is this one, actually, just do it. And the more you post, the more, the clearer it will become, and you will improve along the way. And I'm improving every day, and it's kind of exciting, huh? Because you have feedback, immediate feedback. So you know what works, what doesn't work, what matters to people. So it gives me a lot of cues as well for my training. What are the topics that people are interested about? What are the blockers? What are the fears? What are the content that need to be developed even further? So I hope this was helpful. We'll have more sessions on LinkedIn, branding, and social media. And I will share what I've learned. I'm still learning. Of course, there's a lot to learn, and it's pretty exciting, actually. So join this journey with me and share your tips. And please let me know what worked for you. And see you soon, guys. Bye.